San Diego police say violent protests like this will not be tolerated outside the Donald Trump rally today. This is what happened during the Trump rally in Anaheim earlier this week. And protests like this have become more and more common. In fact, you remember earlier this month, the violence at the OC Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa? This guy here, bloodied, beaten. He's a Trump supporter who was pulled out of his car. Protesters surrounded police cars, too. You can see what they did to this one. They started rocking it back and forth.
Yeah, it was just a melee out there in Orange County. And 10 News reporter Jared Aarons is live for us this morning, right at the convention center where Trump will be speaking. And Jared, what can police expect once these protesters show up?
Oh, they are expecting hundreds and thousands of people, and actually some of them have already started to show up, not just protesters, but supporters and police. In fact, I just saw a line of police cars, about 10 from Chula Vista, including a mobile command center, just roll down this street to get into position. So it's all hands on deck for police departments all across San Diego to keep the peace today. If you look across the street, you'll see a sign already in place that says Trump for president. Some people are already at the convention center telling us they're okay with protesters showing up.
Well, I guess there's free speech. They have a right to speak up, I guess.
That's Jan Andrews. She was the first person in line this morning, getting here at 12:30 a.m. and she reread Trump's autobiography to help pass the time. Others started arriving at around 4 a.m. There's about 24 there now, all with tickets ready. They say they want the best seat possible when Trump speaks, and they actually like the fact that there could be protesters outside.
In life, you have haters, and when you have haters, that basically means that you're doing something right. I love protest. It's democracy in action. Now, that being said, also there's a responsibility for protesters to be responsible and not to get violent.
Now, San Diego police did tactical drills in full riot gear late last week to get ready for today's event. Trump's rally begins at 2 this afternoon. We will have live coverage all day long from down here at the convention center. Live downtown, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
Thanks, Jared. Police aren't the only ones preparing for Trump's visit. Downtown businesses also getting ready for the possibility of violent protests. Some are bringing in extra security themselves to help control any out-of-control crowds. Others are changing their store layouts.
Well, it's been suggested that we not have anything in the doorway like our hat racks and to keep all of our merchandise inside, and I am staffing up extra heavy.
If you are heading downtown today, here's a map of the areas that will be blocked off. You can see this is East Harbor Drive, runs by the convention center, and it's been divided into 2 areas. The red here from Park Boulevard to 5th Avenue is for Trump protesters. The blue section, 5th Avenue to 1st, will be for Trump supporters. Let's get to Renee. She's going to tell you how to get around these closures.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you how to get around those. But first, let's get over to Sky 10 right now. That's over the convention center, and you can see that line building. That street right out in front of there going to be closed on Harbor Drive that you're seeing. But let's get back over to me on the maps, and I'll show you exactly what that's going to look like for you right there as the Trump rally starts to get underway. There's going to be a closure there that Virginia was talking about. This is all the way from 1st Street to Park Boulevard. Now, these streets in between aren't closed, but as you know, as this starts to fill up with protesters, the ability to drive around these blocks is going to get more and more difficult. So keep that in mind for sure today. Also, if you are taking off right now, of course, you want to know exactly what you're looking at in just the next few minutes. Your drive time out of Santee, I can show you over here right now, and I just took a look at it on the maps. That's going to take you about 20 minutes to get from the 125 all the way to the 15. No major problems to report in the area, and actually looking pretty Friday light for that area right now.